so badly?
I think so.
Okay, let me just quickly sort that out. I'm really sorry.
No, it's fine.
Will you get off the Wi-Fi? Yeah, it might be a bit better now.
I can hear you fine, so I don't know if it's just my side is coming. So you're struggling to get my side coming through on you to you.
Yeah, it happens. You're glitching every now and again.
Okay.
Try this. Okay, I think. Okay. No, there. I touched something wrong. Sorry.
That's fine.
Okay. Now let's start again. What was the question?
I just wanted to know, you are based in Durban, eh?
No, I'm in Newcastle.
In Newcastle, okay. And then just tell us, in what school did you attend?
I am in the TNS MMA Academy gym.
No, I mean, in terms of high schooling, which school did you attend?
Oh, I'm at Juba High School.
Okay, cool. And then also, how exactly did you get into martial arts? And at what age?
I joined it around about 16, just before I turned 16, around about there. A friend introduced me, hey, you want to come gym with me? You want to introduce me? You want to do some boxing? You want to see if you like it? And first I was skeptical because I ended up being the only woman in the gym. And then once I just started, I fell in love with it and was like, this is mine now and this is so meant for me.
Nice. And which element of MMA do you like the most? Is it the BJJ, the boxing, the wrestling?
It definitely has to be the jiu-jitsu. It's just something about it that sticks to me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I figured that.
Yeah.
And so are you busy training with Coach William and Jason Brown, if I'm not mistaken? Is that true?
Yes. Now and again, I do drive down, and when it comes closer to competitions and stuff, we're training there as well. But I'm currently my main coach for now. Before we get serious into there, where I have to drive through constantly for training, it is Conrad Erasmus. He's an underhead coach, affiliated underhead coach, and he's training me in the gym itself as well as with the kickboxing and the jiu-jitsu, and so he's like my lead coach for now.
Okay, cool. And then Jason Brown actually gave me some insight to a very interesting story. He told me about you actually pulled out of the nationals in 2019 due to not being able to make the weight, or you had weight cutting issues. Can you elaborate on that? Or
yes, it was unfortunately not just because of not being able to make weight. It was about a family issue as well, but weight was definitely a big one. So in 2019 I did my matric. It was my matric year, and I'm a stress eater. It's a thing. And so due to my matric year being stressful, and I had athletics at the time, and then after my matric exams and everything was just completely stressing, and I wasn't at the gym as much. And so gradually I picked up weight as much as I left the gym. And then due to me getting very seriously into it again, I think it was the 2020 year that I tried out for the trials my very first time, and it turned out it's a lot harder to lose weight naturally than what a person thinks.
Okay, cool. And I mean, some people might find it funny, but I mean, I just feel it's also a testimony and motivation for a lot of kids out there also, because some people are too shy to speak about it also, but the way you overcame those challenges also, I mean, when you said about the stress eating, those are things some people can't speak about. So just well done to you for getting to where you are and coming through that.
Yeah, thank you. I dedicated the whole 2020 year during the lockdown and everything to get fit and back into the right mindset for the sport. And I actually had my debut fight in November 2020, just after the lockdown, with Alpha MMA. I got whipped.
Was that against Shalise? Shalise Yubna?
Yes. Yeah, she's a phenomenal fighter.
I was actually getting to that. You guys have quite a history, because she was your first opponent, and then you came back so much stronger, and obviously that awesome. You I think it was the rear naked choke at the nationals, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, no, that was quite amazing.
Our first fight gave me so much motivation to get stronger and better and just back into it, to prove a point that I don't want to start like that. So I'm definitely not going to end like that.
And what's you were saying?
It's definitely something to overcome the the mental barriers of losing your first fight and then wanting to go win the rest. It was something to overcome for sure.
Where was that? Was that the Alpha event in Joburg?
Yes, that was.
Okay, and tell me, I think I still remember you guys actually took a picture also after the event, the relationship. I mean, it looks like you guys are quite cool with each other. There's no bad vibes. I mean,
nothing at all. I completely admire her. I mean, she's fit as, I want to say fit as a freak, but I don't want to call her a freak.
Yes.
She's phenomenally, her amazing personality. I couldn't have wished my debut fight to be against anyone else. She has such a flawless personality and friendly and towards me. So it just like, I think amateurs just generally have such a better compassionate feeling for each other. Like it's a friendship. We build friendships in small knit communities. So it's why bad blood if I know maybe in the future someday I'll have a rematch, and I want everything purely to be about friendship and building. So I know right now if I ever end up going down to Joburg and I'll hit her up, hey, are you up for a training session? Do you want to roll? Do you want to go boxing? And I know hopefully she will be willing to accommodate me and help us. And same when she's up this side, and I would love that.
Okay, that's fantastic, man. And this congratulations on your goal also and being selected for the national squad. I mean, what is when you actually won that final against her, I mean, what was going through your mind also?
I just bursted out in tears. I don't know if Jason told you I ran to him. I was like, can I cry now?
Yeah,
and he's like, yes, you can cry. And he's just holding me cry. It was just, as I said earlier, overcoming that emotional and mental barrier of, you've lost against a person. So thinking, is it going to end the same way it did? Or are you going to make a change about it? And are you going to be mentally stronger in that moment to overcome your fears? And afterwards, I realized, okay, so that just happened. Can I cry now? So it was just a relief and an overwhelming emotional, like, geez, so I can do this. MMA is meant for me.
And what was the game plan going, if I may ask, the game plan going into that fight, knowing that you face this person, and obviously when you face somebody and this person has beaten you before, there obviously can sometimes be those mental blocks and just that second guessing of yourself. What was there a game plan in terms of a technical game plan to overcome her, or was it just a matter of the first fight you didn't have the belief and you could have actually done better in the first fight?
The first fight, I also had weight boundaries because I didn't lose as much as I planned during the year. And so weight cut was also a role. I said I'll never ever do a weight cut after that weight cut. But it was also stepping into the cage the very first time. After that first punch lands, it's just adrenaline from there on. And I think due to lockdown, you didn't have that constant training with someone coaching you and then coming back and saying, okay, I have a fight, I've got to start training seriously now. So I think preparation for my very first fight, I did not know what I was in for, what it was going to be like. I had because I love jiu-jitsu, my game plan was go in, see how you feel with the stand-up, take them down. After Shalise kicked me once, I was like, I'm not putting my head close to those legs. No, I just lose my head. So in my first fight, I was definitely scared to do a first takedown. And it's just that you're like, what happens if I don't get the takedown? It's that another what happens. And my second fight going into the MMA State Champs, I'm like, it's now or never. You got to do it. You got to take the takedown and see if you can do what you couldn't do the first time.
And then
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
I know Shalise has a phenomenal stand-up. So I'm not. At the time I felt I'm not quite there yet to stand full 3 rounds with her, just boxing and bruling it out. So I thought, well, let me take it to my strong point and see where I fall from there. And then that was the game plan for the second fight, is get the takedown.
I just can't remember exactly, because I think I looked away for a split second. I was chatting to Coach JP, and then just the next thing I saw, she was still standing and you had the lock in. What was the transition to get to that lock while she was still standing? Because I think she actually fell asleep almost while standing on her feet also. She actually just gave it.
yeah, I thought she slammed me for a second. And when we fell, her whole body shook and she woke up. And I'm like, wait, did that just happen? So I felt super concerned for her in the moment because I was like, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, because I've never had an experience where someone fainted from a choke before. So I was super surprised that it happened like that. But the transition was, I saw the choke. I saw she was in turtle, and I was like, let me try it. And just in the warm-ups in the back, Coach Dallas and I did also somewhat do a form of a rear naked choke, because I was running through scenarios with him. What if I find myself in this and this and this position? What would I do? And because we did somewhat of a rear naked choke transition in the warm-up, it just came naturally to me, and it was just like muscle memory.
Okay, cool. And then just tell us, so if all goes well, you have every intention of going to, is it Kazakhstan either for the nationals?
Yes, Kazakhstan and Russia for the world nationals, yeah.
And I mean, obviously we heard now the juniors, it's quite sad. I mean, the thing is the Bulgaria trip is now off due to obviously the COVID regulations and not opening their borders to Africa. Is there any of your training partners who were in that, who was in the junior team that's been denied?
It was the youth team. Yes, I did know someone actually who was planning on going to the Bulgaria. It's quite sad, but my friend was like, she'll continue training next year. Next year she'll be with us juniors, because she'll be older than, she'll just be above 18, so she'll be able to compete with us next year. And she looks completely forward to it. And she said it's definitely sad because she had and she also won gold at SA Champs. So she was definitely set on making a name for her. But she says it just gives her more time to be better and better for now next year when she comes into the juniors, to show them, hey, watch out, I'm coming.
Awesome. And then and just tell me, so are you going to be competing in the juniors at the World Champs? Because I mean, Shalice obviously is senior, you guys competed against each other, so but you're competing in the junior category, right?
Yes, I am. Unfortunately, I did not have an opponent in SA Champs, so they put the juniors and the seniors together, which had the same weight division. So it worked out that we ended up batting up against each other. But now I'm super excited to actually call her my teammate, because I've got so much I want to learn from her yet. And exactly everyone in the SA team, and Coach William and Coach Dallas. And I saw there was another coach as well. So I'm super excited to see and learn so much more from them and grow.
Awesome. And just tell us, what are the challenges that you are facing in the build up to the nationals? I mean, I know Justin Ferrier and Big L, they're doing some awesome work with the MA Athletes Fund. Is funding an issue for you guys? Are there plans in place for you guys? Are you doing fundraisers also? And aside from the funding, what are there any other issues that you are, or obstacles that you have ahead of you in terms of your work, in terms of getting off to travel to the World Champs?
Luckily, I've got a very understanding boss. He is supporting me in my choice to going to Worlds.
Nice.
He did say I have to take my laptop work from him.
Come on, man.
But he's super understanding, and he understands how much I want to do it. So he's actually supporting me.
Nice.
And yeah, as for challenges heading ahead, I think funding is definitely still going to be an issue. I understand that this is an MMA athlete fund and stuff, but I would like to still raise as much money as I possibly can through donations, sponsorships. We are currently doing a wide, I call it a Newcastleian spread of, do you want to sponsor me? So we're going to see how much we can manage and how much businesses are willing to sponsor me, so I can do some social advertising and different things to benefit them, as well as they supporting me. And then afterwards, we have a backup plan of doing fun fundraisers where my friends and family are willing to help me, and also stuff like that. And if I manage to get more money than what I need, I'm planning on helping other people as well, as much as I can.
That's fantastic. And just tell us, what are what is the amount that you need to secure your spot to go to finals and to cover everything, like the plane ticket, accommodation, everything?
The MMA SA actually did an estimate for us, luckily, so we don't have to struggle with the math. They said they give us an estimate of 35,000 Rand that we need.
35,000.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Cool. Good to know that.
That's per event. So there are like 3 events upcoming that the South African team wants to send people to. So it's 35,000 per event. But I'm mostly looking forward to Kazakhstan, Russia.
What are other 2 events? I mean, that's the world's, that's the main one.
It's the World, I think it's the European Championship and the World Prague Cup. Yes.
Okay, but obviously everybody's getting most excited about the Worlds, right? At the Kazakhstan one. Okay, cool. And then just tell us, Demi, in terms of your life and your career also, who has played a huge part and role in mentoring you and just being that support basis for you?
That would definitely have to be my coach, Conrad. He puts in every single ounce of time he can into my training, making sure I show up, making sure I'm on weight, making sure I eat right. He's got this little app that he monitors me on where I have to weigh my food, calculate my food. So he can literally say, why did you eat this? This was not planned. It's a nice little joke I make him. And he literally works out like a workout plan for me that's dedicated to a specific weak spot in my body that he wants to build up and strengthen. And then my gym, luckily, when it comes to fight camp and stuff, they completely focus on me. So everyone puts their effort into me. So it just feels so much more, I've got that support. So it's definitely my coach that puts in the time and energy into me. And then he gives his everything as well as I give my everything. So it just makes everything work. And I feel no matter the results, of course, I'm going for a medal, but no matter the results, I did not hold back and my coach did not hold back. So ultimately, he will be proud of any results I give, and I'll be proud of anything I give and know that if I need to work harder, he will always be there supporting me and pushing me into the right way. And of course, if I need any kind of different training, Coach William and Coach Dallas are always up here trying to support all the athletes as much as they can.
Awesome. Beautiful, man. And then what are your goals as a fighter specifically? Like amateur, pro, your long-term, what is it that Demi-Lee Van Zyl would like to achieve let's say now, just if you think now and you're dreaming big, what is it exactly you would like to achieve as a fighter? An athlete?
I think definitely going big, not professional wise, but I just think I want to be a role model. I want to be there for future women to see that no matter how many times you fail, you can always get back up and get back up stronger, as well as building and making relationship with the people around the world, the South Africa. I mean, it's so much more we as a nation can build, because I fought against that lady, but that lady is so awesome. So next year we are going to fight again, and in between we'll meet up each other for sessions. And so exactly the same with Jason, and he literally just takes me in whenever I want to come up there. So he's also someone who I can also call in that community where you just get to learn people during MMA and through MMA. So it's like lifelong relationships you build during your journey. And then you support them and they support you, as well as you trying to get out there, make your name visible, be a fighter.
And just in the same breath, your goals as a human being, what is it that Demi-Lee Van Zyl would like to achieve career-wise, family-wise, friend-wise? Where's your head at in that space?
Career-wise, to be stable. To always be stable and know I can do whatever my heart desires. MMA wise is to have fun, be true to myself, and always grow, keep growing. And so I want to stay amateur as long as I can. I want to compete with the IMMAF and thank the federation for making more opportunities for us to be able to grow. I mean, 2 years ago, they just started the South African World Championships, and they started the team, and we are triple the size that we are now. So that means just more people to gain experience from, more things to study, more things to learn. And it will ultimately make some of us the best fighters and the best person you can be in the moment.
That's very true, yeah. And then also in terms of role models as in fighters, any female or male fighters that you look up to and you would like to emulate when you were a bit older and more mature in the fight game? Like a Mandolino or Sylvester Jafumba, anybody of that sort?
I definitely applaud Cameron Simon for the young age he is and how far he's gotten in his career of fighting professionally. You can see the dedication, the sweat, and the oil he grinded to get where he is today. And Kayleen Nibenard, she's such a bright star that just paved the way for so many other women behind her. Like, I was terrified of her when I first met her, but she's an absolute beautiful human and such a good personality. I can only aspire to achieve what she's been achieving her whole MMA career and retain the passion she has for it.
Awesome. I'll be sure to give them a shout out in the video also to see that they are highly appreciated.
Don't make me blush. Yeah.
No, it's fine, don't worry. The lighting is very strong. Just tell us, what does Demi-Lee Van Zyl like doing in her free time when you're not working, studying, or training? What is it that you enjoy?
I like to get out there, get out of my own headspace, get out of the normal daily routine that just drags you down. Like, I take my puppies for a walk. I love animals, so I try to conclude myself with the outdoors, animals, trying to, just keep your day and day routine, just change it up every little here and there so you don't get bored and like, why do I have to keep doing this kind of thing? Just change it up so you can have somewhat relief from the week you had and have excitement for the week you're going to have.
Yeah, sometimes it's important to just get out of the rat race and just remember to just enjoy the moment, eh?
Yeah, I'm still young, so I still like to get out of there, just have fun.
Correct, yes. And then lastly, Demi, what is it that you value most in life? Be it just holistically, everything. What is it that's the most important thing to you?
I've got to think about an answer for that one. I think it's the friendships I build going along the way I want to go, and basically the relationships I make. And my sport is also very big. I mean, it releases stress. It helps in a lot of aspects, and I cannot say how much it helps with self-confidence and those bad days that you have. You can just go to the gym and just absolutely get rid of the day you've had and then come out shining like a bright little star, because the people in the gym make you have fun. So I also want to say gym friends, and people you build relationships with that you can always count on in the future. And then so it comes down to relationships and friends and stuff like that.
And are you would you say that you're very much a family oriented person?
I don't know. I have a very big family, but I am very family orientated to my mom and my brother. I'm very close to my brother per se, and my mother as well. But other than my family,
is it a baby brother?
Yeah,
okay.
It's always a baby brother.
I got that vibe. I got the vibe.
Yeah, and of course, I adore my grandmother. She's like my favorite person in my family.
Okay.
Next to my brother.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Demi-Lee, thank you so much. I think that's about wraps it up. I really appreciate your time, and so thank you so much, and all the best in the future. But we'll definitely chat soon before you probably fly out again. You'll have another catch up.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
No, it's a pleasure. Yeah.
Can I ask what piqued your interest about me?
It was just I was chatting to Jason on we usually stay in contact, and then I was just getting such an awesome energy from you from that fight, and then he explained to me your story and the challenges you overcame, and then the first fight with Shalise, and I was just like, this is such an interesting story. And besides that, even if it's an interesting story or not, I just feel like there's so many nice stories to be told within mixed martial arts. Everybody has a story, and there's not enough platforms for everybody to tell their story. So if I started by you, I started by Shalise, I started by Cameron Simon, everybody, I would like to go through everybody and just give them a platform to tell people who they are, because there's so many people knowing about rugby players, cricket players. Mixed martial arts, one of the fastest growing sport in the world, and there's so many interesting athletes, not just us in the sport itself, but human beings within the community. So you just happen to be the first one in the in the national team that I'm busy speaking to, but I mean, I will be obviously speaking to everybody else as well. I just, like I said, your story and your energy from that first day drew me to you. And then I spoke to Jason and he told me about the challenges you overcame. And like I said, I found it, I mean, I remember you fought against Shalice first, and then I didn't know the result, and then I saw that you lost to her first, and then you overcame this one. And just when you wanted to cry at the event, I just told Jason, I have to speak to this lady soon. And then he said, just let me know when. And then here we are.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
no, it's all good.
I also feel like some people have a misconception about MMA fighters. They're quite brutes people. And
that's what I want to bring across to people. I don't want to just bring you.
Different.
Yeah, I don't want to just be there to tell your story to an MMA community. It's about merging people outside combat sport to come into the sport. And before you know it, you'll see how many people actually start training in the sport, because we need to change the perception. Everybody still has, well, there's a lot of people who still believe there's this thing of, I'm going to kick your ass, whatever. But MMA athletes are the most calmest people in the room. You'll never even know they are MMA
and some
athletes.
of them are really funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know if, what's that guy's name? Killian the magician who got bronze. Do you remember that guy?
He had like a little magician hat.
Yes. I mean, it's such an awesome guy. And there were many others also I can think of. But I mean, yeah, it's just really nice to tell you guys stories, and even to start at amateur level and follow you guys' journey to the way up, because usually people only want to take an interest once you hit the bright lights. But it's nice to the growth of a person starts, when you are at the beginning. So it's just nice to start documenting you now, and I look forward to covering your journey until the very end of your career and going forward.
Well, thank you. I look forward to sharing it with you.
No, it's a pleasure, and I really appreciate your time. You must have a great weekend, eh?